Cowboys Nation, welcome back. The Dallas Cowboys are constantly working to improve, striving to build a team that can bring fans the results they deserve. As we close out another season, it's time to look ahead and analyze what's next for our beloved franchise. Before we dive into today's topics, an exciting wide receiver prospect who could finally replace Amari Cooper and the farewell to Ezekiel Elliott, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us keep delivering exclusive Cowboys content for you, the fans. Now let's get started. It's been 2 seasons since the Cowboys traded Amari Cooper to the Cleveland Browns, and while CeeDee Lamb has stepped into the superstar role beautifully, the team has yet to find him a true running mate. Let's be honest, this offense hasn't been the same without Cooper's dynamic presence alongside Lamb. Fansided's Jerry Trotta recently highlighted an intriguing prospect who could fill that void, Luther Burden III, a standout wide receiver from the University of Missouri. Burden, named first-team All-SEC in 2023, has everything the Cowboys need in a complementary receiver. Burden would be a terrific complement to Lamb. He excels in the intermediate passing game and creating yards after the catch, but can also win vertically. Despite being 5'11" and 210 pounds, he accumulated 22 contested catches in his 3 years at Missouri, per PFF. Burden's college stats are impressive. In 2023, he racked up 676 yards and 6 touchdowns, following a stellar 2022 campaign with 1,212 yards and 9 touchdowns. His ability to create separation and fight for contested catches makes him an ideal partner for Lamb, who thrives in stretching the field and making big plays. Pairing Lamb with Burden could reignite the Cowboys' offense. Let's not forget the success Lamb and Cooper had together. In their 2 seasons as teammates, they combined for 4,016 yards and 24 touchdowns. Recreating that kind of production with a player like Burden is not just a dream, it's a necessity if the Cowboys want to return to playoff contention. Here's what Burden brings to the table. Versatility. Burden excels in intermediate routes but can also stretch the field vertically. Toughness. With 22 contested catches in college, he's not afraid to battle defenders. Yards after catch. His ability to turn short plays into big gains adds another dimension to the offense. Drafting Burden would not only bolster the receiving core, but also give Dak Prescott a reliable target to complement Lamb. Now, let's shift gears to a bittersweet topic, the second departure of Ezekiel Elliott. The Cowboys granted Elliott's request to be released ahead of Week 18, giving the veteran running back an opportunity to join a playoff contender. While the move makes sense for Zeke and the Cowboys, it wasn't without its hiccups. On Tuesday, the team announced the release with a graphic featuring a misspelling of Elliott's last name. A tough look for a player who's third in franchise history, behind Emmitt Smith and Tony Dorsett in rushing yards, 8,488, and touchdowns, 71. Here's what Jerry Jones said in his statement. As I have said many times previously, Zeke's impact as one of the greatest to ever play with the star on their helmet will never change and is etched in our record books and history forever. We thank him, love him, and wish him the absolute best. Elliott's impact on the Cowboys cannot be overstated. From his electrifying Rookie of the Year campaign in 2016 to his Pro Bowl seasons, Zeke was the heart and soul of the offense for years. But the reunion with Dallas in 2024 didn't go as planned. After returning from a stint with the New England Patriots, Elliott mustered just 295 yards on 86 touches and became a healthy scratch by Week 9. It was a tough end to an incredible career in Dallas, but fans will always remember Zeke's contributions. As he seeks a new team, we wish Zeke the best and hope his next chapter includes another shot at playoff glory. The offseason brings a chance for the Cowboys to regroup and address key areas of need. Here are some things to keep an eye on. 1. Drafting Luther Burden III. If the Cowboys want to fix their offense, Burden should be at the top of their draft board. He's the perfect fit for a team that desperately needs another playmaker. 2. The running back room. With Zeke gone again, the Cowboys will lean on Rico Dowdle, who had a breakout year with over 1,000 rushing yards. The question is whether Dowdle can shoulder the load alone or if the team will look to add depth through free agency or the draft. 3. Coaching and front office decisions. Mike McCarthy's tenure as head coach has been a roller coaster. While injuries derailed this season, the front office must hold him accountable and make the necessary changes to get this team back on track. The Cowboys' final game of the season takes place at home against the Washington Commanders. For Dallas, this game is about pride, evaluation, and preparation for the future. For Washington, it's about seeding and momentum heading into the playoffs. The Commanders are coming off a thrilling overtime win in Week 17 that secured their spot in the postseason. A win against Dallas would lock them in as the number 6 seed in the NFC, setting up a matchup with the Los Angeles Rams. Losing could drop them to the number 7 seed, where they'd face the Philadelphia Eagles, an opponent they managed to beat earlier this season, but would likely prefer to avoid. Unlike some playoff-bound teams that rest their starters, Washington is expected to go full throttle. That means Dallas will face a motivated, high-energy team looking to solidify its playoff standing. For Dallas, the season finale will feature Cooper Rush leading the offense again, as Dak Prescott and other starters remain sidelined. Without CeeDee Lamb, the offense has struggled mightily. Rush, who showed flashes of competence earlier in the season, has struggled without his top playmaker. Washington's defense, though inconsistent, has shown flashes of dominance. However, their run defense, which ranks 27th in the league, gives Rico Dowdle a prime opportunity to shine. Dowdle has quietly emerged as a bright spot this season, and against a defense that just allowed Bijan Robinson to rack up 90 yards and 2 touchdowns, he has the chance to finish the season strong. Another significant storyline heading into this game is the departure of Ezekiel Elliott. The Cowboys released Elliott for the second time this season, granting the veteran running back's request to seek opportunities elsewhere. Elliott's legacy with the Cowboys is cemented. A 3-time Pro Bowler and 2-time NFL rushing leader, Zeke was the heart and soul of the Cowboys' offense for years. His Rookie of the Year campaign in 2016 and his consistent production made him a fan favorite. But his return to Dallas in 2024, following a brief stint with the New England Patriots, didn't pan out as hoped. Elliott struggled to find his rhythm, tallying just 295 yards on 86 touches, and eventually became a healthy scratch. Jerry Jones reflected on Elliott's impact, stating, "Zeke's impact as one of the greatest to ever play with the star on their helmet will never change and is etched in our record books and history forever. We thank him, love him, and wish him the absolute best. As Elliott looks for a new team, we wish him the best and thank him for everything he gave to the Cowboys." What this game means for Dallas. While the Cowboys won't be playing in the postseason, this game is far from meaningless. Here's what's on the line. Player evaluation. This is the final opportunity for players on the bubble to prove they belong on the 2025 roster. With the team facing cap constraints, finding affordable contributors will be critical. Players like Rico Dowdle and young defenders have one last chance to show they can make an impact when it matters most. 2. Mike McCarthy's job security. It's no secret that Mike McCarthy's tenure as head coach has been under scrutiny. While injuries and roster limitations derailed the season, the team's performance in this game could influence offseason decisions. 3. Building momentum. A win might not change the season's outcome, but it can set the tone for the offseason. For a team with a proud history like the Cowboys, ending the year on a high note still matters. Predictions for the finale with Washington's starters playing. Expect the game to be competitive in the first half. But as the game wears on, the Commanders' depth and motivation may prove too much for the Cowboys to handle. Key predictions: Rico Dowdle shines. Look for Dowdle to take advantage of Washington's weak run defense and post another solid performance. High scoring. The over has hit in 11 of Dallas's games this year, and this matchup could follow that trend. A close first half. Dallas's backups will keep things interesting early, but Washington's playoff-bound roster will likely pull away late. Looking ahead to 2025 as we wrap up the 2024 season, the focus shifts to the offseason and what the Cowboys can do to improve. Here are a few key priorities. 1. Cap management. With limited cap space, the Cowboys will need to make tough decisions. That means identifying young, affordable talent and potentially letting go of some veterans. Addressing key needs. The Cowboys need reinforcements at several positions, including wide receiver, where they've yet to adequately replace Amari Cooper. The draft and free agency will be critical in addressing these gaps. Coaching decisions, whether McCarthy stays or goes, the team must evaluate its coaching staff and game planning to ensure a more competitive 2025 campaign. Now it's time for you to weigh in. Do you think Luther Burden III is the right choice for the Cowboys in the draft? How do you feel about Zeke's second departure? What changes do you want to see this offseason to make 2025 a playoff year? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. The 2024 season didn't go as planned, but the Cowboys have a chance to turn things around. Adding a talent like Luther Burden III, fully committing to Rico Dowdle, and making smart coaching decisions could be the recipe for success. As always, we'll be here to bring you the latest updates, insights, and analysis. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow Cowboys fans. Thanks for watching, Cowboys Nation. Until next time, go Cowboys.